Hi everyone, welcome back. This tutorials will be talking about PHP, which is the first backend language that I recommend most. In a way, I say in a way because of course every programming language has its own features. Anyway, PHP can be has different advantages, which I will cover right now. The first one is that PHP comes with a web host available for himself. So for any other possibility, at least as far as I know, you need to, if you want to develop a backend, you need to buy a VPN or or a VPN or a VPS, anyway, a private server for yourself, which are expensive. PHP comes with an embedded web host that is particularly cheap because you can buy it for $20 a year or something like that, and so is particularly good if someone is a beginner or at least not a real experienced programmer, and you already know what is how to use the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Then with the PHP, you can really start creating your own websites. Start some personal projects from the beginning to the end. So other features that are an advantages of PHP is that is really used into the world of programming. More like 60% of the websites are created using PHP. So is really a demanding thing into the market, and furthermore, this is due to the fact that WordPress is created with has at its base PHP, and also Drupal or Magento, which maybe you don't know what it is. They are called CMS, and anyway, is not what we are talking about now, but is good to know. One other thing that we can use, a particularity that that PHP has, of course, is used on the back end is used for the back end, but you can even use PHP inside HTML. Now I can find a code that can give an exemplification of this. Okay, so I just stopped to take an example because with the eyes people learn faster than with the ears. As you can see, it's possible to embed to put a PHP code inside inside the HTML, and this, for example, this is just doing the same. What the user see is the same as writing "Hi user, you are at Java point site," with writing it simply using a text without PHP. But it's quite different because PHP is a backend, so it is dynamic as JavaScript, but it gets compiled and processed before is pre-compiled. That's the word I wanted to find. Is pre-compiled before the page is sent through the internet. So is very good for the SEO story and for Google that ranks your website, because Google can immediately find everything on the page and read it, and so understand what your page is about. When different is with JavaScript is not the same thing because the page arrives and then loads. And this is it. These are the main three advantages that I really wanted to show you. What do we need to get our PHP platform up and running? We need what is called XAMPP. XAMPP is a software that we have to use because we will use Apache, which is a database, and so download is pretty simple. I will just stop. So here is the XAMPP control panel. We just need to start Apache and MySQL. Anyway, just to show you before we see, I encountered an error before, and in case something like this happens, don't panic. In this case, I was unable to use the port 80. For reasons that I can't even understand, to be frank. For example, in this case, I came here and you just Control F, I search the 80, which in this case I change it to 8080 here and even here and there. Anyway, this is not really important. Maybe it's even something that makes you confused because it was just the introduction. But in case something happens, don't panic. Don't think that your problem is unsolvable. Is many times you face a problem, maybe you freak out for 5 minutes. You just stop 5 minutes. You come back and you see that your problem is really easy to be solved. So now we have our Apache and MySQL running, and we can come here. We can come here, and if you write 127.0.0.1 followed by the port I'm listening to, by default the port will be 880. Now I'm doing 8080. Anyway, as you see, it brings us to a web host, to a local server. We have our local server here because of XAMPP, and we have PHP myadmin, which will is a very interesting thing because with PHP myadmin you can create and settle databases. So it's pretty much a thing. But I don't know if I will talk about it or not, to be frank, because I don't have very clear what I will be doing in this course. But definitely, I think I will do something about it because it's important. Anyway, it's important anyway. So just study it when you can. And that's it. This is what was the what I wanted to show in this video. Was just an introduction. Then maybe the next video we will see. We will start looking at the syntax of PHP. We will see all the syntax at the beginning of the course, and then we will end maybe talking a little bit more some issues and other things like namespaces and other stuff, and maybe do some practical thing that can really give you an idea of what PHP is used for. So thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to my channel, place a like, etc., etc., and bye bye.